Yes, thank you for coming. Yes. Yes, this is the Raider Nation report. Yes, Commish is in the house tonight. Yes, line is to the right. Yes, ma'am. Looking amazing in that silver and black, I must say. Yes, VIP is to the left, sir. If you give me your name, I'll check, make sure you're on the list. Yes, you have to be on in advance. Weeks in advance, sir. Yes, line is to the right. Yes, Raider Nation report tonight. A lot to talk about. Yes, there is a full bar inside, sir. Guys, you can't smoke that right here by the door. Just step over there a little ways. I love the smell. Smells amazing, but please, not right by the door. Yes, we will be opening the doors very soon. You know these guys like to run a tight show. They're just making sure everything's in order. Yes, ma'am. You can say hi to the midgets on the way in. Absolutely. VIP to the left. Regular line to the right, please. Doors will be opening very soon. Thank you all for coming. Enjoy the show.
Ever since a kid, it's been patching skulls. Black and white, you see it on my flags and poles. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, all you ever heard about my lips. I was twitching, I wasn't breaking when Brady was winning chips. Went to LA, then to Oakland, and now we up on the strip. Dancing with the nation every time we get to 6. 3rd and 13 used to run the ball. Now we got 100, so we changing the call. Tatted on my body, ain't no taking it off. When the Raiders on the TV, we ain't taking the call. When the Raiders on the TV, we ain't taking the call. Unless they with the nation, ain't no fake.
What's up, Raider Nation? All right. Make sure we got everything going. Oh, man, I tell you what. The technical difficulties just keep fucking with me. But that's all right. We'll fix that. Nobody even noticed. You noticed. Some of you might have noticed. What's up, Raider Nation? I'm the Commish, coming to you live, as always, from the friendly confines of Hardcore Challenge Live Studios. Just where the hell is that? Well, I know we're embarking upon a new season, the 2025 season, little infant season, little fetus season. So let me give some simple directions so you can find your way back the rest of this 2025 season. We're still down the street past that house with the boarded up windows. Make sure you stop at the corner and talk to our man Joe. He's a gentleman. He's a scholar. Slip that man what you should. He's going to point you in the right direction. He's going to tell you to take a left and then a right. And it's like you find yourself strolling down the street, minding your own goddamn business. You know? You're going to pass this sketchy ass alley to your immediate right. Now, as you pass this alley, this fucking cool breeze is going to hit you. Startles you. The fucking hair stands up on your neck, on your arms. And you find yourself asking, was that the autumn wind? You goddamn right! Should you venture down that deep, dark alley? Well, of course you should, because what you're going to find at the end is a very, very special little place that those of us that stray just a little bit to the dark side of Raider Nation like to call. Deep behind the enemy line, this is Raider Reaction, and as it is every fucking Tuesday during your Las Vegas Raider season, it has been for 8 motherfucking years, this is the Raider Nation Report, a solid 60 minutes of everything silver and black, and today, a Raider roster was born. It was rough. Tell you what, the last 2 days of labor were rough, but a Raider roster was born. There was some definitely some drugs needed, some tongs to get this shit over, but we got it. We've birthed a 53-man roster. There was some cuts, man, that make you scratch your head, make you wonder.
Molly call security.
It's been a bit of a I don't know, part of the course for the Raiders the last couple of days. It's like you think everything's smooth going into a season, you know, you got the landing gears down, you sliding in, it's all smooth, you're about to land this bitch, and then a fucking wing comes off. That's the silver and black for you. That's why we love them. Fucking goddamn, they're gonna give us cardiac arrest, a heart attack, somewhere along the line. But you know what? It's always gonna be a fun and exciting ride. It ain't ever gonna be boring, that's for damn sure. This franchise ain't boring. This franchise is a lot of things, ladies and gentlemen of Raider Nation, but it ain't fucking boring. That's for goddamn sure. There's ups, there's downs. We're going to get smacked. We're the nail more than we are the hammer. But some days we're the hammer, and fucking goddamn it makes us remember the good old days. And we got history like none other. And some days you just got to look to that and be happy that at least you got that. What's up, each and every damn one of you, man? We are used to it, Billy James. What's up, Raymond? What's up, everybody? Robert, Paul, Chad, Jojo, the Wolf, Eric, what's up, everybody? And if I missed you, I'm sorry. You are awesome, too, even if I didn't mention your name. Nico, everybody else is watching. Appreciate you all watching on all of our social media platforms. We dropped Twitch. I dropped Twitch. We're try streaming now. We're not quad streaming anymore. Just try. Try streaming. What's up, Mario? So we're on X, YouTube, and Facebook. So if you want to watch us live, that's where we are. You know where to find us. Let's get this damn show rolling. We got a lot to fucking talk about. Twitch was doing nothing. It was a waste of fucking time. And you know what? I was paying extra to be able to stream to Twitch, and it just seemed ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I like your optimism, Scott. Scott is like me. He's the forever optimist. See, I told you, it's always something. It's always something. See? I fucking told you. I told you. It's been, like, the technical issues I have had over the last week have been maddening. Maddening. I totally had to fucking I had to auto draft one of my the Raider Nation League part of it fucking this weekend because shit crashed. Alright, we're good. See, the good thing is I've been doing this long enough. There was a day that if that would have happened, I'd have just pulled the motherfucking plug and said, fuck it, I guess it ain't working tonight. But now, see, me and the midgets have educated ourselves. Me and the midgets have educated ourselves, and we know how to work on the fly. See, that's why I hired these guys, because they could work below the camera. See, the midgets are fucking instrumental to the production of the Raider Reaction Raider Nation Report, because they can work under the camera full speed. You should see these little legs move, man. It's fucking amazing.
Somebody calls a Curry. In your face, sucker!
All right, that's enough tripping over our dick, getting out the fucking gate. Let's go. That's enough. Good lord. It's the longest foreplay ever. Fuck. We got shirts off. Fucking pants are on the floor. Let's go. Jacoby Myers. We're going to talk about him first. Coop! Back in the house. I told my son he can go dust off them old Amari Cooper jerseys he got from the fucking the Pro Bowl back in the day. I don't think they fit him anymore, but they might fit my younger son, actually, because we had a couple of them. No, there's a new number 2 QB in Vegas. We wondered who it was going to be. We know who it's going to be now. 53-man roster, viewer questions, sponsors, cool kids. You got that badge out there, you're a cool kid. JoJo was a cool kid. I mean, he's still cool in my opinion, but, you know, he could be cooler. Survivor League, Cheat Treats preview, the WTF, and let's get right to it. This, man, look. I'll give Chad props. It's not too often that one of the viewers gets the news to me before I get it, but Chad got it before I got it. I was in the middle of some meetings yesterday, and all of this shit started breaking loose, and I didn't even happen to get to my social media before I saw that I had a couple messages, so I looked at Messenger first and saw that, and literally, if those of you, apparently there was a lot of you motherfuckers that saw the take on my on what I thought about Jacoby Myers demanding a trade. That was one take, man. I saw Chad's fucking message and literally walked out here in the fucking studio and fucking let her rip. That was my raw fandom. So I mean, those people that say, you know, oh, you're just doing this, you do this for clicks, you do that, you know, no. Those of you that know me. Those of you that know me know that rolled right from the motherfucking heart, man. That was literally me seeing it and like, fuck me, I gotta make a video about this. Go. And it just rolled, and I was like, when I got done, I was like, damn, I'm gonna post that. Even if I may have stumbled a little through it, and I fucking posted it, and actually it was pretty clean and clear and concise, and I think I got my point across very, very well. This new Gen Z fucking athlete that a contract doesn't mean anything to them anymore. Jacoby Myers held something in his hand coming into this season. You are on the final year of your contract. After this year, you held your entire destiny in your hands. If you come out and had another year like you had last year, you can write your motherfucking check. Everybody's going to want you. Everybody. You came out and proved yourself, gambled on yourself, and you're going to get fat paid. Why can't you just do that instead of trying to force a trade, demanding an extension? Dude, you're under fucking contract. And if you wanted to draw the line with the franchise, how many months did you have to draw that line in the sand? That's the problem I have. You're trying to play chess instead of checkers when all you know how to play is checkers. That's the problem. I mean, you signed the contract, fulfill the contract, hit the free agent market, owning your own destiny next season. I think that's what he should have done. Now, you've got the look now is there's a damn good possibility Jacoby's staying. I think they're going to swing some sort of extension. If you look at the wide receivers that were kept in the 53-man roster, the depth chart is not deep. You kept 5 wide receivers, and one of them is Jacoby Myers. So the reality is, I don't think he's going anywhere. They're going to cave. They're going to cave to the demands. I don't like it. That's some Gen Z fucking weak bullshit. To me, a contract is a contract. And when you sign the contract, it means something. I just don't like this. I don't. You had the opportunity to go out and ball out this year, and literally he could have fucking wrote his check for damn near any franchise he wanted to go to. I just don't like this. And I don't like when you back it up against the start of a season. You're trying to handcuff the franchise into having to make a move that they're backed in a corner, painted in a corner, because now they've put a lot of stock into you, and you're holding them hostage. I just don't like the tactic. This is a conversation that should have been had months ago. So he's on the roster. They're gonna make something. They're gonna make something work out. But to me, this is just a bad look. You were ready to walk out on the team when you had a contract in place. To your teammates, how does that look? You know, to me, that's I get it. Oh, it's just business. It's just business. No, man. I get it. It's all just business. It's just business. Till you get in the locker room. And in the locker room, they're preaching different than it's just business. You're preaching family, brotherhood, fucking, I got your back. You got my, all that shit. Now, my fucking homie last week, you was ready to bounce over some paper. You weren't down for this season. So I don't know, man. It just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Maybe I'm getting too old. Maybe I'm the fucking get off my fucking lawn guy now. It's just some weak-ass Gen Z bullshit to me. I didn't like it. It just left a bad taste in my mouth. The optics were bad. I didn't like it. Now, what did happen, and I do believe this shook out. I don't think this was a plan in the works. I do believe this was a plan, kind of a contingency plan fallout, so to speak, is bringing in Amari Cooper. I think they started to see that there's the possibility with Jacoby that, hey, man, we're going to have a big fucking hole all of a sudden, real quick, in the top of our wide receiver core. And, man, we've been talking about it for months, since the draft, Raider Nation. Those of you that have watched and followed along here at Raider Reaction, Raider Nation reports that we've had over the offseason, I've been talking about it. I talked about it last week. The lack of a true number one wide receiver on this roster, and that it was one of the big glaring holes that I thought there was over the offseason that they did not address. They did bring in some rookies, hoping to catch fucking lightning in a bottle, find a diamond in the rough with one of these rookies that you've brought in. But to think that these guys are number one talent, I mean, that's being a little, getting a little crazy there. Jacoby never a number one. Jacoby was the number two to Devontae. Jacoby had to step up and play the number one role when Devontae's bitch ass left. But the fact of the matter is, Jacoby was never a true number one wide receiver. He's being paid as a number one wide receiver, but he's not a true number one. Now, the fact that you got Brock Bowers gives you a little liberty to, maybe not really have necessarily a number one wide receiver, because Brock Bowers is helping Go Gadget, the two of you make a number one wide receiver. But I think they got a little worried when all that's going down, because, hey, man, if we can't get nothing worked out, we need to make a fucking deal. So I believe Amari Cooper was a little bit of a contingency plan, but he's fucking here now. So it is what it is. Drafted in 2015 by the Raiders, caught 72 balls that year, followed by one of his biggest years, 2016. He caught 83 balls. We all know about the 2016 season. We don't need to go down that road. I don't want to make nobody cry. His best year, besides that 83 year, was the 2020 season with the Cowboys, where he caught 92 balls for just over 1,100 yards. Had 5 touchdowns that season. He's been on a slide damn near really ever since. And the last 2 years, he caught 44 balls last year. He split the season between the Browns and the Bills, catching 24 for the Browns, 20 for the Bills. He's not the Coop of old, which may be good. Maybe he's more of a wiry veteran now, and he can just run solid, precise routes, get open. I'm interested in seeing Coop 2.0 in the silver and black and see what he can bring. This wide receiver core Needs some fucking depth, man. You got Jacoby, Amari Cooper, and Trey Tucker. Those are your top three. Behind them, you got two fucking rookies. You got Thornton Jr. and Besh. Or Beck, or Besh? What the fuck you say his name? I fucking keep mispronouncing it. I'll figure it out, trust me. But that's it. So you need a little veteran presence on the wide receiver core, I think is a good thing. Interestingly enough, Hunter Renfrow was just released by the Panthers. Do you go out and try to bring back Renfrow? I mean, third and Renfrow, the dude was 100 fucking ball receiver for the Silver and Black not too many years ago. Do you see if he's got a little tread on the tire? Is that somebody maybe you kick the tires on and bring in as well? We'll see. We'll see. And you may be right, Scott. That's what a lot of people have been saying, that Jacoby is concerned about this Chip Kelly-style offense. He is in a contract year. Maybe he's not going to look so good in a contract year in this offense based on the stats he had last year. Yada, 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 yada.
Okay, boss.
We get it. We get it. That's the angle he's trying to spin. I just don't like it. I think the optics are bad. I think that's something you should have handled a lot earlier in offseason with your agent. And if there was a line to be drawn in the sand, I think it should have been done a lot earlier in preseason. And get this hashed out. I don't like this 11th hour shit where you're supposed to be gelling as a team in these last 9-8 days going into a season. I just don't like it. I don't like it. Aiden O'Connell goes down in your last preseason game, injured. They had to call the medics for Favre. He's out. So now all of a sudden, we'd been talking about it for a week or two because Aiden had looked, let's be honest, Aiden had looked like open ass in the preseason. He hadn't looked good. And so the conversation had been being had, who's the number 2? Has Cam Miller looked good enough? I mean, Cam Miller was playing with thirds, fourths, and fifths every time he hit the fucking field. So he didn't have a lot of talent around him to be able to get a good sample size. So a lot of talk over the last couple weeks was, is Cam Miller going to be able to step up and maybe steal this spot from Aiden O'Connell? Well, Aiden goes down. He's injured now. So now you got a couple options with Aiden. You can figure out an injury settlement with him, or you can send him to IR. One or the other. Try to get an injury settlement, try him to get to agree to an injury settlement and release his ass completely, or you can send him to IR. That's basically where you're at. I don't know. I'm done with the Aiden experiment. I thought it looked like Pete was getting in the direction of being done with it. It's just now they're kind of stuck with him. And do you want to keep him on IR because, hey, maybe you get Kenny Pickett in, maybe he's not, what all you thought he would be? And maybe you want to pull Aiden back in when he's healthy to be in that backup tree? So maybe he's worth keeping. He's still cheap, man. He's on the cheap still. Still in that rookie deal. He's on the cheap. So I'd say you just throw him on IR and forget about him because you are a little sketchy on your depth chart of quarterback. So they go out. The Browns had 4 quarterbacks. They had Joe Flacco, Gabriel, Shadur Sanders, Kenny Pickett. Super Bowl champion, Kenny Pickett. I mean, he toted some water balls, some clipboards, wore fucking headsets in the Super Bowl. Super Bowl champion, Kenny Pickett. Let's keep it real. And, you joke about that, but it is nice to have a guy who is coming from a franchise who tootled behind a guy who got it done. A franchise that was able to get it done, that was able to move themselves to a championship level and finish the fucking deal. And he was around that. Very close to that. Adjacent in all of those conversations, those meetings. He's in the headset. He's helping calling plays, looking at adjustments, So the fact that he was there through all of that is very good for a young quarterback. I don't discount that. I mean, of course there were jokes made, Super Bowl champion Kenny Pickett, but yes, he was there. To think that you didn't learn something through that process is absurd. You're definitely going to take something from that. I take something from every experience in life, whether it's a failure or a success. You know, I've done some things and said some things over the past week I probably wish I wouldn't have done or said because, you know, I've had some shit going on. But I learned from each one of these instances and I try to fucking progress and go forward. To think that these type of experiences for a professional to be in that type of professional environment wouldn't be a good thing is, to me, absurd. So I think it is a positive that he is Super Bowl champion Kenny Pickett. Even though it is backup quarterback, Super Bowl champion Kenny Pickett, still he was there, adjacent to a fucking Super Bowl, attached to it in some way. That's a good thing. That's some experience. That's something to put on your resume. So, you know, he's a mobile quarterback. I like that. He's a little along the player style of Geno. He was drafted by the Steelers in 2022. 7 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, threw for 2,400 yards. Had a 76 quarterback rating, 76.7. So he got a lot of experience, a lot of NFL experience in that season. 2023, he threw for just over 2,000 yards, 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, an 81.4 quarterback rating. Did a little better. His completion percentage was 62%. It was 63% the year before. It was the only thing he dipped down on, but everything else was better. His touchdown to interception ratio was better. His quarterback rating was better, and he threw for 2,000 yards in the National Football League, which is not something to shake your head at, with a positive touchdown interception ratio. He went to the Eagles. He only threw for 291 yards there, 2 touchdowns and an interception. He had an 86.5 rating over that time with the Eagles. And Super Bowl champion. No, just he was adjacent to a Super Bowl. He was in the headset for a Super Bowl. I'm sure he exchanged a water bottle here or there. I'm fine with Kenny Pickett in the backup position. Listen, if you get to your backup quarterback position in the National Football League, shit's went left already. You're in bad shape, man. Because nobody is planning their fucking Super Bowl run around their backup quarterback. Nobody. And you just start scrambling if your number one goes down for a long time or for the season. So you're hoping you never have to see this guy. That is best case scenario. But if you got to break the glass in case of emergency and you need a quarterback, you've got a guy that has 2 seasons of over 2,000 yards passing in the NFL, who's coming from a team that just wins a fucking Super Bowl, who's been around greatness, who understands what it takes to get to the next level. I don't think that's a bad thing to have to be your emergency quarterback in Vegas. Compared to your other option, being Aiden O'Connell's fucking concrete foot ass with no mobility, who's a sitting fucking duck back there. This guy's an upgrade from Aiden. And Cam Miller got the axe. Touchdown Tommy, who people thought could, hey, maybe do something as a quarterback somewhere, you know, possibly. I don't know what they were thinking. They were smoking some good shit. He's gone too. Those guys both got the axe because you had to cut down to the 53-man roster today. Because if you want to play, man, if you want to play in Vegas, this is it. This was the check mark you had to hit, was to make this 53-man roster. They come in carrying 3 quarterbacks. Geno Smith, Kenny Pickett, and a busted-ass Aiden O'Connell. Don't know what they're going to do with Aiden yet. Only time will tell. I think they're going to IR him and keep him. I think he's a good insurance policy. I honestly think they're hoping Cam Miller spins the fucking waiver wire and they get him back because they can put him on practice squad and then they're able to protect him week to week as their third. I honestly think that's the plan for Cam Miller. So, we will see. We will see. Running backs, keeping 4, Ashton Jeanty, Raheem Mostert, Zamir White, Dylan Laube. That looks to be your running back tree. Of course, there's going to be some ups and downs. There's going to be some of these guys that made the first cut ain't going to make the second iteration, 53-man roster 2.0. And they're not even going to make it to the fucking first week. There's going to be some guys that are cut, released on other teams that they feel are an upgrade for some of these guys on this fucking roster. And some of these guys ain't going to make it. They made the initial 53, but they're not even going to make it to the week 1 roster. And that's just the reality of things. That is the reality of things. I was shocked. One of the ones that shocked me was Shedrick Jackson. Was it the nephew or fucking cousin, you know, I don't know, second nephew, third cousin, whatever, to Bo Jackson. He's related to Bo Jackson or something. I think he's a nephew or something. He was one of the bright spots in the wide receiver core through the preseason. I was shocked. That was one of the ones that shocked me the most, was to see that he got cut. I was shocked by the sheer. They've been keeping 6 over the last couple seasons. To see that it only kept 5, especially when you're having contract discussions, issues with Jacoby Myers, who's basically the top of your wide receiver core, to see that they only kept 5 and he's one of them, that was a little. So maybe they're looking at some people that are getting released. That's what makes me think there's going to be some moves. There's going to be a 2.0 of this 53-man roster. Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer, Ian Thomas are your tight ends. Your starting line is Colton Miller, Dylan Parham, Jordan Meredith, Jackson Powers Johnson, DJ Glaze. You've kept a very good, what is that, 9 offensive linemen in the depth chart of your 9 offensive linemen in the offensive lineman depth chart. There we go. That sentence wasn't working right. That's a lot, man. You've got 5 starters plus 9 backups in your depth chart. They've kept a lot of offensive linemen. I like that. That means you're really addressing that issue, and which explains why you were a little lighter, maybe on the wide receivers. You've kept Michael Mayer, who there's a lot of talk about trading him. I think you're going to see a lot of 2 tight end sets. You're going to see a lot of Brock Bowers used more as a wide receiver. So I think Michael Mayer may be possibly a little more of your true number 1 tight end, and Brock's going to be more at the top end of your wide receiver. Depth chart is really how they're going to be used. So I think this offensive roster is interesting. I like the depth of the offensive line. I really do. Your linebacking core is something that I don't know. You got what do we got here? You got Jermaine Pratt, Landon Roberts, Devin White. Those are your front. Devin White, he's the big question mark, man. He's the $1 million question. I mean, he is on his last stop of his NFL career. If he fucking craps out on this one, ain't nobody else signing that guy. So I'm rooting for Devin White. You know, there was a point when this guy was possibly one of the top linebackers in the league. People touted him, and then it just seemed like he lost the hunger, he lost the fire. So we'll see about that. Max Crosby, Jonah Lalu. I know I'm going to pronounce that one wrong too. I got to get that one right. Adam Butler, Malcolm Kuntz. Those are basically your starting front. Tyree Wilson going to be in the mix. Zach Carter. Those are basically your top guys. Fotu, Harvey. Man, they kept a lot of defensive linemen too. They kept 7 in the depth chart of defensive line minus the 3 with the 3 starters. Oh, hold on. Let me recount that. 4 starters up front. 4, 8, 10. 10 in the depth chart. 4 total defensive linemen. It's a lot of defensive linemen as well. So they're beefing up both sides of the defensive line. Your depth behind your linebackers, you've got Snowden, Adams, Eichenberg. Eichenberg, I've still got a lot of hope out for there. He's a young guy as well. You got Lindenberg back there too, Cody Lindenberg. He's had a little spark here and there as well. Hemingway also still kept around in the linebacker core. Now, the secondary is something we've been talking about. I feel good with the safeties, starting safeties, Jeremy Chin and Palomau. I like Porter. I like the Cyclone. I like where they drafted him. The fact he's a starter already out of the gate concerns me. Were you planning on him being a starter when you drafted him? Or is he starter by default because you didn't have another option? That's what concerns me a little right there. Eric Stokes is your other starter. Darnay Holmes, kind of mixes in would probably be your nickel starter. You got Harper, Edmonds, Adams, Vance are your second line of secondary. And like I said, I think a lot of these, you're going to still see a lot of change in this 53-man roster. I think there's going to be a 2.0, possibly even a 3.0 before you get to week 1, where you're going to see a lot of the bottoms of these depth charts shift around, because the fact of the matter is, man, there's guys getting chopped and released on 31 other teams right now. And the franchise is going shopping. And if they can fucking upgrade at any position, we'll see. Oh, did he get the axe already? I was gonna say there's some that have been getting cut, even since this came out. But there's definitely one of my biggest shockers was Shedrick Jackson. That one shocked me. I'm kind of shocked on Cam Miller being released. Shocked me a little bit. I thought they would have at least kept him, especially with the quarterback situation that they've got, with Aiden being banged up. But I honestly think... Oh, what is this? Hold on. I got that. What the fuck is that? We got a bot in the audience there. I took care of that. Telling Billy James how beautiful his profile is. Man, you know it's a bot if she's telling Billy James how beautiful he is. So we got that. They got the goat. Gone. Gone. Oh. That's a man, baby. That's a man, baby.
Somebody call security.
Damn, we haven't had one of those in a while. That was interesting. On the love connection. We'll be back in 2 and 2. All right, moving on. Damn, that showed my age right there, didn't it? Motherfucker. That shit used to be on when I came home from school every fucking day. And the fat chick that lived next door that their kids went to school with, hung out over there after school, she'd always have that shit on. Watching the motherfucking love connection. Chuck Woolery. We'll be back in 2 and 2. All right, moving on. That's enough. Yeah, we got in the ditch there a little bit. You know, some shit happens. We had a fucking somebody thirsting after the infamous Billy James out there, so we had to shut it down. All right, viewer questions, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna open it up. Questions, comments, throw them up out there. If you got anything you would like to talk about. Commish, what do you like? Do you like the Cooper pickup? I don't hate the Cooper pickup at all. The reason they've only basically kept 5 wide receivers. I got a feeling they're going to add to that. There's going to be something else. But adding in a veteran like Amari Cooper, I don't think is a bad thing. Because when you look at the rest of these wide receivers, the longest tenured guy is Jacoby Myers. You've 2 of them are rookies. And you've got one guy that's only been there, 2-3 years? So, yeah, I think he adds some veteran presence. He's a good route runner. You know, he's had a little ups and downs with the stone hands. I remember when he was a Cowboy in the Pro Bowl, that deep throw to him where it bounced off his fucking helmet and went flying damn near into the stands. I mean, but fuck it. I'm nostalgic. I'm ready to yell, Coop! Again, fuck it. Renfro's out there. Do we bring him in? I think it's worth a flyer and go and bring Renfro in for another shot. One more look. You see what you've got in-house. You're obviously very sketchy at the wide receiver depth chart. Renfro, again, is a rookie. He runs amazing routes. He's precise. He may be exactly the type of guy that would fit in this Chip Kelly offense that you could really get a lot out of. So I would not hate a look at Hunter Renfro at all. Myers needs a code red. He can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. What else we got? True, you got Jack, but still, it's really light. One of those guys goes down, Los Raider. That's my concern. The last couple seasons, they've kept 6, and we've had injury issues. You've had Devontae force his way out. Renfroe, that's my biggest concern, Eric, is Renfroe really has never been the same since that concussion. And is that what's holding him back now? Because he hasn't ever seemed to get back to that 100-yard season type form. Do I think Jackson will make the practice squad? I think there's a good possibility of that. Who was that? Craig. Craig, I think there's a good possibility of that. I think that I'm hoping him and Cam Miller can make the waiver wire cycle. I was shocked that Jackson was released. I mean, he really looked good, man. He some big plays, some nice catches in traffic, some big plays. I do believe, 1-2 touchdowns, if I remember correctly. I thought he played well. I thought he was one of the shining stars in preseason. I really thought he earned a spot. Bottom of the depth chart, but, still a spot nonetheless. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Kelvin. There's something with Renfroe. If he was the Renfroe of old, why is he looking for a job, man? That's whoa, what's up with that? Hold on. We can't be there yet. Not even close. How'd I get so far ahead? I don't know. I'm telling you, there's fucking gremlins lately. Aiden. I refuse to call him AOC like everybody. Dude, you don't just get a nickname, okay? He's Aiden. I've never called him that. I refuse. He's Aiden. You don't just get a nickname just cuz. You didn't earn that shit. What he done earn a nickname? Nothing. No. If he does, shit's went left, man. If you're going back to Aiden O'Connell to try to save the quarterback position for the Las Vegas Raiders at any fucking point, shit has absolutely went left. You're in the fucking ditch. Shit's going down the toilet. That means you've already burned through Geno and you've already burned through Kenny Pickett. Because if you got to go back to him, we're back to Jimmy Garoppolo and Brian Hoyer again. Because that's the only reason Aiden O'Connell saw the field, is because you had those guys in front of him. And if these two guys fail as bad as fucking Jimmy Pornstar and Hoyer, then oh no, hell, we're in deep shit, deep fucking shit. Code Red. Code Red!
What? Game over.
Raymond's right, man. Renfroe ain't been right since he's... That's not a nickname I'd want, says Greg. Oh, shit. Little too late to the party, but what's your take on the Kenny Pickett trade? Oh, like we haven't talked about that, Graham Steele. Come on. I like the Kenny Pickett trade. You're lucky. We're in the viewer question fucking phase, so you get a pass. I like the Kenny Pickett trade. He's mobile, he's young, he's a guy who's thrown for over 2,000 yards twice in an NFL season. I like the fact he was around and locked in a quarterback tree last year that won a fucking Super Bowl. So he knows what it takes. He's been adjacent to greatness. Yeah, I like it. Now, Scott, you sumbitch. I never bought a Hoyer jersey. I would never have done that. But I did buy a Garoppolo jersey. But I did only pay $21 for it from China. So, cut a guy a little slack. I'm going to get me a Geno jersey, too, to start the season. I got that coming in a Gene tee. I believe in supporting. Everybody gave me shit about Garoppolo. I still catch shit about Garoppolo and Hoyer because everybody takes that shit completely out of fucking context. Garoppolo was the fucking bottom of anybody's wish list. So was Hoyer. But when the franchise and their stupid asses that they put in charge make a decision, and that's the starting quarterback that they decide is the new starting quarterback for your team, fuck it, I'm getting on board. I'm going to support you for week 1. And then they piss down their leg the rest of the season. It is what it is. I got me a Minshew jersey in there too that I was rocking in week 1 last year. Hoping like hell we's going to see Uncle Rico have his fucking day in the sun. And yeah, he pissed down his leg. Big yellow stain all over the front of his pants. I never did buy a Zeus jersey, Jason, because I knew that dude was a bust from the giddy up. Zeus was the Aiden equivalent at running back to me. I watched the coach's tape on Aiden O'Connell, and from day one, I was like, I don't see it. This kid's never going to be shit. And the same thing with Zamir White. From day one, every bit of coach's tape, every fucking snap, I didn't see it. I just seen a one-trick pony who goes north and south, big, strong dude, but he's got no wiggle. I just never seen it. I wanted to convince myself with both of those guys because obviously they're Raiders. I want them to be successful. But when I'm looking at them objectively, I never seen it. I'm just like, man, I don't see what everybody else sees. I want to see what everybody else sees. I want to be as delusional as everybody else that thought Aiden O'Connell was the next fucking greatest thing since the fucking wheel, since sliced bread. I wanted to see it. I wanted to be that goddamn delusional. But I guess I'm just not that goddamn delusional. All right, what else we got? Tina, what do we got? I was shocked when they cut Jackson. Those were my two biggest shocks, too. I agree with you. I thought Jackson shined in preseason. I thought the kid looked good, man. Cam Miller, I thought that you wanted to see more of him. But now Cam Miller, I do believe they're trying to roll the dice a little with Miller and see if he'll run the waiver wire and they can get him back and get him on the practice squad. I still think there's hope for... I don't think they brought Touchdown Tommy, in to be a quarterback. He is one of those guys that I think you could have used some gadget stuff like, maybe run a fucking reverse and he throws a pass. He would have been a gadget type quarterback, throw a pass here or there. But I don't think that's why they drafted him. And I don't think they were ever going to give a shot. I don't think that's why he was drafted. I think he was more maybe a special team talent. Maybe he could have been low depth chart wide receiver, but I don't think he was talent that they ever were going to use at the quarterback position. Do I have a Jamarcus Russell jersey also? I do not have a Jawalrus jersey. I do not. But I have a fucking assload of fucking Jawalrus memorabilia, which is almost worse than having the jersey. It really is, because I've got way more other shit. I got fucking stupid statues, all kinds of shit of his ass. I had a Moss. Moss was the only one that met its unfortunate fate, because as Randy said, he was never a Raider. So that one is the only jersey that I removed permanently from my collection. Let's see. Well, I'm definitely coming to the Monday night game against the Cowboys. I've got that one pegged for games I'm going to be at in Vegas. The rest, I'm a little up in the air. I've got some fucking shit still going on personally. I got a mediation next week and some other shit I'm taking care of. And then I am a season ticket holder locally for USF, and me and my boys attend those games. Will actually be fourth row this Thursday as USF takes on number 25 Boise State Broncos at the early game of the ESPN kickoff on Thursday night. Well, you might be able to see my fucking ass in the end zone for that game. So that gets kicked off. So it's making my schedule. I'm still, I actually just talked tonight, and I ain't bullshitting, because I have a buddy, and I was out shooting some pool at the alley with him, and he's a Cheaters fan. I said, you know what, motherfucker, we should just jump and road trip and drive our ass up to fucking New England and just go to week 1. Just go. Fuck it. So you never know, man. I'm a fly by the seat of my pants, motherfucker. I don't have a plan week to week. I don't know. I know that one 100% I'm going to. And I'm possibly going to the Houston game. Beyond that, I'm not sure. have it, but fucking who knows? Who knows? You will know, Mario. I'm sleeping on your couch, so you're gonna know when I'm coming. Now I gotta make sure you got sheets cleaned. Everything fresh for me. I like dryer sheets in there. I want that shit smelling fresh. All right, just kidding. Sponsors Cool Kids in the newsletter, man. If you gotta hook up, you ain't hitting the sponsor up. Clear live streams. God, what is with the fucking music tonight? It's not even close. You got. I know. It's still preseason a little bit. Y'all gotta get the fuck together. Check out the sponsor, Bryant, Clear Live Streams. You can search them on Facebook and Instagram. Send them the message. Tell them Raider Reaction sent you. We need the hookup. I really think about coming. I am planning Houston, Eric. And all you cool kids out there that are rocking them badges, Mario, Billy James, Chad, Robert Paul, all the rest of you. Appreciate each and every damn one of you. Even y'all that ain't rocking the cool kids, y'all cool. Cool kids badge, y'all cool to me too as well. Appreciate each and every damn one of you. But you cool kids are the ones that kept us going and kept us going when shit was going left around here a little bit over the last couple seasons. I appreciate each and every damn one of you. We're about getting back to normal around here. Finally, it's took me a little while. But I feel rejuvenated finally and back in this, and I've been doing it for a couple weeks now, getting the fantasy stuff back in order and rocking and rolling. And that leads me to one more thing. The Raider Reaction Survivor League. It is the last thing that we do. Fantasy football, both of our fantasy leagues are out. We've had the draft. They're off the rocking and rolling. We're heading towards week 1. If you want to play in one more thing and be able to compete with us, we do our fantasy football show every Wednesday night. We'll be doing one tomorrow night. We follow along with our OG league, the 32 owner league. It's going into season 17. Our All Raider Nation fantasy league going into season 4. And our Survivor League, our Raider Reaction Survivor League, which will be going into season 3. The Survivor League is $25, only $25 to get in. You just got to pick one team to win each week. You can't pick the same team twice throughout a season. Whoever's the last man or woman standing wins. Half of the pot, it's a $25 buy-in. Half that $25 buy-in, $12.50 for those of you who don't need to take your shoes off. I'll do the math for you. $12.50 of that goes in the pot. The more people we can get in the Raider Reaction Survivor League, the bigger the pot becomes, the more you can get for winning. But that's not all you win. That's not all. Tell them what else they get, Johnny. They get a Raider Reaction prize pack as well as an autographed certified with JSA autographed Howie Long jersey to hang on your wall in your man or your woman cave, your Raider room. That's a pretty good haul for $25 a chance. Half the pot, autographed Howie Long jersey, Raider Reaction prize pack if you can win our Survivor League. All you got to do is message us on any one of our social media platforms. We need your email address. We will send you the $25 buy-in. Once you send us back verification that you paid the buy-in or that we see you paid the buy-in, we will send you the link to jump right in. And it's very easy, man. It literally takes you seconds a fucking week. Literally. It's the easiest way. And you can follow along and got them. So, if you want to join the Survivor League, just message the page. It's the easiest way you can game with us, and you'll be able to follow along with the Survivor League all the rest of the way through it. My God, if you fucking do that with this music one more time, this fucking show, I'm going to kick you in your fucking short-ass head. All right, moving along. Now I'm going to get flagged for violence on my podcast. All because of you. Okay, moving on. So if you want to play in the Survivor League, as I was saying, it's only $25. Message any of the pages and we'll get you in. Oh, man, I tell you. I know it's still preseason. It's his fault. I know it's not your fault. It's never your fault. It's always his fault. I know, he drinks more. All right, moving along. All right, where were we? Cheatriots preview. Week 1. Man, we're going to have to hit this one quick. We're going to get in overtime. I've gotten windy. We'll get more into this next week because we're not exactly up against it. Next week's really more your I just was shocked to see that the Raiders were a 3-point dog in this. Like, what in the hell? Really? A 3-point dog to the fucking Cheatriots? I mean, I get you're on the road, but it's not like you're going to have jet lag. I mean, it's week 1. You're going to fly early. You're going to be acclimated. You're going to be ready to rock and roll. Butterflies are going to be going. Fucking heart rate's up. Fucking blood pressure. You're ready to rock and roll, man. I mean, it's fucking week 1. This is all you've been planning for. I don't see it. That they're a 3-point dog to the Cheatriots. Maybe it's just because of home. I don't know. I just don't see it. We'll deep dive into this one a little more next week. I did have a little more prepped for that, but, like I said, I did get a little long in the tooth. But, y'all had some good comments. We kept it rolling. It is what it is. So what's left? What do we got? Thank yous? Salutations? Oh, yeah! It's that one last little thing. I started the show with it. I'm going to end the fucking show with it. A fucking contract means something. It's always means something in this world. My entire life is built around that piece of paper. From the time I was 19 years old, I've been a fucking contractor or in a contractor capacity of some way. It is literally my lifeblood is somebody's name signing a contract and standing fucking behind it. And these fucking goddamn motherfuckers that are being paid this obscene amount of money and do not adhere to these simple contracts just bugs the fuck out of me. It is one of my biggest pet peeves, especially like Jacoby Myers, who had the chance to hold your own destiny in your fucking hands. It's a contract year. You balled out last year. You go ball out again this year. You get to write your fucking check at the end of this season and go anywhere you want to go in the National Football League. I don't understand it. I don't understand. Sign the contract. Fulfill the fucking contract. If you want an extension, handle that shit early in the offseason. These last minute holdouts, these fucking Gen Z, new fucking generation athletes. What the fuck, man? You're holding your team hostage. You're fucking with the emotional flow. You're fucking with the mojo, man. Don't fuck with the juju. This close to a season. It's fragile. Don't fuck with the juju, man. Don't fuck with the juju. When you're this close to the season, bad juju can get around. Man, then you gotta sacrifice a virgin and a fucking donkey. You need 3 drips of goat's blood. Then it gets sketchy. We don't need that. Oh, man. I'm getting banned at the end of this show. I'm sacrificing virgins, killing people. It's not going to be good. They only listen for buzzwords anyway. Thank you all for joining me. Each and every damn one of you. Appreciate you all. We've got I've got football, man. We've got some minor league football on Thursday night. It's going to be a fun game. They're playing a number 20, top 25 school to start out. They're coming out all dressed in black. The blackout in USF. That's fucking, I'm all down. Back in black. So it's a little football teaser for me this week. You're going to relax. You get Labor Day weekend. You're going to play with our fantasy football teams. Get shit ready. And then, man, next Thursday it all kicks off. It's back. It's like Christmas. Your fucking birthday. Halloween. Thanksgiving. All rolled into fucking one. It's the greatest holiday ever. The first opening day of full slate of fucking football. And there's a Raiders game to start that bitch off, too. Fucking East Coast time zone, so you get the fucking start the day off on that first full Sunday with the Raider game. It's a fucking beautiful thing. Until next time, I'll see you tomorrow night. If you want to talk some fantasy football, if you want to get in the Survivor League, hit us up, send us a message, give us your email address, tell us you want in. We'll get that out within the next 24 hours. Next week and a half, we're pumping, adding people into the Survivor League. Thank you all for joining us, man. Each and every damn one of you. I know you're just as excited as I am for a new Raiders season. Let's get it. Peace. Love. Raider Nation.